Hi guys, hello and welcome to another Microsoft Word tutorial. A lot of you have asked me how can I set up my Microsoft Word document for a newspaper, because the problem is when I am doing something in column 1 and then I go to the column 2 on the same page, when I go to the second page, I want to continue my column 1 in the column 1 and I want to continue my column 2 in the column 2. Well, there is no built-in support to do that in Microsoft Word. However, there is a way around that we'll be looking at. So for example, this is one of the articles that I have, and I have another article which is this one. So these are my two articles. Let me put them on one side, and this is the document in which I want my articles to appear. So let me first of all break my document into two columns, which could be easily done. If you go to the Layout tab, you go to Columns, and you can have two columns. Also, coming back on the Home tab, if you turn on the Show Hide, it will show you some markings. It's very easy in that regard. Now, what I will do is I will bring in the very first heading here, and then I will bring in the data that goes on that heading. Now, if I start putting in the data like this, you can see that it goes across multiple columns. I don't want to do that. Rather, I want my column 1 to end right here and my column 2 to start on the other side. So let me cut this piece out, which is outside the range of the column number 1, and put it back in its document where it belongs to. And slowly and gradually, we will put the document in its exact location. So now I am in the column number 2. In the column number 2, I am putting in this heading over here, and now I will be putting in the data that goes in it. So here is my document that I am building. As you can see, any more data that I push in will automatically go in place of the first column. So this is a good place where if I press enter, I will be right at the beginning of the very first column. So I can go back to my first column where I had my remaining data, and I can bring that data and start working with it like that. And also, if you want, you can insert a column break, which will automatically push things to a different column. So I go back to the layout, it gives me more options for breaking. So here I can do a column break. So whenever I apply a column break, it automatically takes me to the next page and at the beginning of the column where I need to be. And that's where I can just complete my very first column that I was working with. And now I can apply another column break here, and that will take me to the beginning of the next column, and that's where I can complete my second column, just like that. So here you can see that I was able to complete my first column in the first column and second column in the second column. To make life easier, we can of course apply column breaks wherever we think. Also, to add a little bit of visual between the two columns, I can go to the Layout tab. And right here, inside the columns, I can go to More Columns, and that's where I can choose Line Between and hit OK. And that way, I could see a line that separates the two columns. You can adjust your pictures if you want them to go smaller and stuff like that. You can also go to the columns and More Columns, and you can set up the column width and the spacing between the columns. If you want to increase the spacing between the two columns, we're going to make each column a little bit more narrower, but then you would have to adjust everything again. So it's always a good idea to adjust everything beforehand, and then you can start working with the columns. I know it's not the best solution, but a way around for you to start working with columns in Microsoft Word, and especially where you want the column 1 to continue in the column 1 and column 2 to continue in the column 2. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Let me know in the comment section below what do you think about it. Take care. Bye-bye.